Hello guys, and welcome to another GA flying video. Today we are once again in Japan. As you can see here, this is one of the new Japanese cities that we will discover. As I said in my prior video, I didn't want to do just another showcase. So this time we will be flying like a custom Miltech Mission Hub mission in Japan, in Osaka. And I do promise you it will look better than what we see now. Now I just had to pause it. Because there is a timer at the beginning of the mission, right? So sadly, we have this like standard view that is showing us this horrible photogrammetry close, right? Okay, so just to sum up what we have already done and what we want to see, okay? So let's just use Google Maps. So in the prior episode, we started in Rishiri, which was also a new custom airport. We took a look at the observatory here and then went to Sapporo, which is totally new, right? The photogrammetry for the city was totally new and it looked great. Just the airport was pretty basic and kind of bugged looking at places. So this was not very good, but the city itself was great. Sadly, we missed Mount Yotei because there was not enough time, not enough fuel. But today we are moving to the main island. As you can see, much more changes here in this update. And we will be in Osaka, which is also totally new. And Osaka has, I think, 3 new landmarks. And also Nara, which is close here, also has new landmarks. So this mission is created to show you as much of the new stuff as possible. Okay, so now we can get rid of this one. And now we can finally start and get some better views. Okay, so as I said, it starts with a timer. Let me just show you the description of the mission. And why this is kind of counting down, right? I will just start up our helicopter. In this case, it's the Taog's Alouette, one of my favorite helicopters. And there is also like a video on my channel showcasing it in detail. Okay. Okay. Okay, let's just move this down for you guys. Just a short story introduction. As you know, I like creating those stories in the hub. And when it comes to the hub itself, I also have some news that I will share during the flight. Okay, so I hope you were able to read this one. And we are still waiting for this police officer that will bring us the documents. Okay, now it has stabilized, so we can add fuel. Let's open a door for the officer. Let's stabilize the helicopter. As I said in my prior video, sometimes when you turn it on, it has the tendency to try to flip to one side, especially if the ground is uneven. So here you can see like if it's in the stable center position or if you need to use the cyclic to the left or to the right to stabilize it. Let me check if it's not too loud. Maybe a little bit. So let's just pull this down. Okay, so let's talk about this one. So this is something that was supposed to be fixed in the newest version of the hub. But sadly, it seems like they forgot about it. So I reported it again. So they again said that they will try to fix it. Okay, so sadly, we cannot see the very ending of like longer descriptions that we have. But either way, we got the documents from the police, right? And we also got a call that in the Osaka castle that you can see here, and it's like a totally new, awesome asset, right? In the sim, there were observed some suspicious smoke coming from the roof sections, okay? So we will keep this door open because as I said in the prior video, currently there is a small bug. If you keep it closed, there will be like popping in the engine loop, right? Sound. So we don't want it. So this is sadly why we will have this door open. I'm not sure if all of the people are getting it, but I do, right? And I also read that other people are getting it, okay? So navigation lights, the gyro attitude indicator, instruments, and the generator, and the landing lights. Okay. Let me just see if we are not moving to the side once again. Okay. Let me enable Oh, yeah, there was like a window update, and now it's asking me if I okay with all of the systems having access. Okay, seems like we are fine. So we can start. Okay, so let's just inspect the castle here. I do hope they will fix it soon, because it's really annoying that you cannot see like the last words of the description. Okay, one last check if everything is fine. Let me just give you the outside view. So there is a custom livery for this. I mean, it's not custom, it's in the pack, right? So this is what you are getting when you are buying the Alouette. And this is like the authentic Tokyo Firebird livery. This is awesome. Like, I always enjoy looking at this strange, like post-apocalyptic looking engine. Really great. Okay. Okay, let me just get a nice view. Let me just stabilize this one, make sure we are centered, and let's try to take off. Okay, and let's go. So let's see if there is any smoke coming from the roof sections. Yeah, so the model is amazing. Okay, so let's do like a gentle inspection. Okay, the inspection is done, so let's wait for the next orders. Okay, so we have found nothing, but just to be sure, let's see if there is anything burning close by, or if anything suspicious is going on. I was reading up on this castle. It was kind of built in the Middle Ages and then later used as an arsenal during the Second World War. And it's like pretty defensive because of all of the water around it. And also, okay, so we can see another task for us, right? So we need to go to the nearby Buddhist temple, because they have also ordered like an inspection. Okay, and we can see the heading that we have to follow. So 1 to 2. 10 miles, and we can use this opportunity to just take a look at the photogrammetry, the new photogrammetry of the city. Maybe. Okay, if I can stabilize it, we can get a nice outside view. Okay. Yes, there's like so many helipads here. It's like crazy. It's almost, well, it's more than I have seen in the United States, right? And almost every Japanese city has lots and lots of them. So perfect for helicopter flying. You can also see, we can also have like a bumpy bucket, and this might be needed when there will be some fires, but we will see. For now, let's do the inspection of this Buddhist temple in this case. Let me just see if we are not leaving our needed curse. So 1 to 6. Okay. And maybe let me tell you something about like this new patch for the Mission Hub that I was waiting for like for so long, and I guess many people. So the exact changes, because it's a pretty long list, I will show you at the end of the flight. But I can talk about like some general stuff. Okay, but before we do it, our co-pilot has something to add. You can see it appeared on the light side. Okay, so the co-pilot flicked through like the police documents, and it seems like the city council has received threats about ferry. In this case, it was retaliation, but sadly, it's not visible. I do hope they will like fix it as fast as possible, right? So this is also something that you can do in the Mission Hub, right? During like longer flights, you can add some comments like from the co-pilot or whoever is on board. And below we can see the awesome photogrammetry, right? And another one from the co-pilot, right? It seems like the post-fire investigations, right, led to inconclusive results. And it could not be established that this was like willful, well, fire setting, right, in this case, if they were started on purpose. Okay, so for now we know that we don't know anything, or that at least the local police doesn't know anything. So let's just proceed to the next temple. Okay, maybe I do like a last outside view. Just need to make sure that we are nice and stable. Okay, and we will need to go up here. So let me lose some speed, and let's just exchange it for altitude. Yeah. Yeah, I was really surprised that like the fireboard, the Tokyo fireboard, was like flying a French helicopter, right? You know, thanks to this is the perfect fit for our mission here, especially with this awesome visibility to the sides. You can also like hide the door. Let me just show you, and then we have an even better visibility. Some nice mountain valleys here. And we are closing to Nara, right? Like in general, many of those cities are very close to each other. So, judging like by the world update notes, it seems like it would be like many cities that are far apart. But actually, in many cases, they are close by. So it's also possible to see those landmarks pretty quickly, right? You don't need to do long travel. Yes, for now, the Osaka castle was just looking awesome. One of the best assets that I have seen in the scene. I mean, it might be also nice if they would do the park around it, because you could see those like photogrammetry artifacts, but I guess we cannot have everything, right? Especially for free. I was also taking a look at Tokyo. It's also looking pretty interesting, but it's just like lots and lots and lots and lots of buildings and city and stuff, and I do like a little bit green, so I decided to go with Osaka. Okay, so let's perform the inspection at this Buddhist temple, just so the people feel safe. Here I decided to not use those like markers that you can see, but just to let the player, right, me, navigate via heading and distance. Okay, let's just lose some speed. And let's lose some height. And we can already see the temple buildings. Okay. Okay, let's come closer and start like a proper inspection. Just so the citizens know that like the fireboard is doing something, right? I actually had some problems with creating this mission because they have like introduced a great improvement, so like a new function for objectives where it's much more convenient to organize the whole mission. But because this has changed the layout, I was kind of doing the same mistake all over again, right? Because I was choosing the last option instead of the new better option. And as it has switched places, I had to correct like everything a couple of times. Yeah. So wonderful Buddhist temple in this case. Okay, no fire here. So the order is to inspect the last one, Todaiji, right? But as you can see, like judging by the description, right? Now it's only symbolic because our superiors have enough, right, of those calls. So we just need to show ourselves there. Just so the taxpayers know that we are doing our job. Yeah, I really do learn to appreciate the Alouette. So apart from the sound issue, which I think not all people have, because I was asking about it on the forums, and like many people said that it's a known bug, but some of them said that like it has never happened for them. So I'm not sure if this like popping happens to everybody yet. So apart from that, I'm really happy with this one, and I really like it. And also it looks retro and it looks awkward, which is something that I always appreciate. Okay, let me just trim this down and make sure we are not running into anything, because I would like to show you the outside view. Let me just move to the side. Yeah, it really looks awesome and strange and awkward. And I like this red color. Looks really great. Okay, I think we are turning, so let me just go back on course here. So as you can see, or I think you can see, now I'm not sure anymore, because I wanted to say that here between those cities it's no longer photogrammetry, and I think it's not. But it still looks like unique enough, I think. Okay, so let's go back on course 065. Okay, so let's turn here. when it comes to other news from flight simming and like from my plans, I have seen that they have released the 727 Super 27 expansion, right? So this one that makes like the engines a little bit more modern and powerful, and like the avionics more advanced. But like for me, the price when I'm like in the European Union was $24 with tax. It's a little bit steep for me, especially since I kind of liked the retro nature of the plane, right? So making it more modern is maybe not something that I want to do. But still, I haven't decided yet. Maybe I will grab it someday. Not sure yet. But honestly, I wasn't expecting the price to be so high. Not saying that it's like not reflecting the work that they have done, right? Because it's like modeling all of the systems, this moving map, all of the gauges, right? That are digital now. But like for what I'm getting for it, it seems a little bit steep, right? With my preferences of what I want to see in the plane. Here we can do another nice view, just taking advantage of this great evening sun that we have. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I really like this sim. I mean, like the visuals, right? Okay, and we already can see the temple in front of us. And the word missing here is that after this we will be needed elsewhere, and this is also why our superiors only want us to show us like here, not do a thorough inspection, because they think it's just paranoia of those directors of the museums, but just to mark our presence in this place. I have to say, like this not photogrammetry below us looks great. So this is why I'm always like having doubts if I'm doing like a mission or like a video for helicopters, right? If it should be like in photogrammetry areas, or if it should be in those like standard areas, because oftentimes the objects look much nicer in the non-photogrammetry ones if you come close, right? So I'm kind of trying to find the right balance and do flyovers over photogrammetry where you are high, right? But operations close to the ground in like standard terrain. And it's not easy to find such places for it to make sense. Okay. So let's just show ourselves. Here we can already see the temple grounds. I'm not sure if this is this one or the last one, but I have read that it's like the oldest, the like inside, one of the inside rooms or inside halls was the oldest wooden building created. I'm not sure if this is really true, but this is something that I kind of remembered. Okay, so the staff needs to see us, so let's make sure that they will see us. Hello, staff. Okay, so let's pretend we are doing an inspection. Okay, inspecting. Okay, this was the last. And we need to proceed to the prefecture heliport to pick up an expert that will help with the investigation, right? Sadly, the same bug again. I'm very sorry for it. I was really counting on them fixing it, because they kind of promised it 2 times. But now, maybe now they will do it, right? And I think I can, because I was interrupted when I was talking about the last patch to the Miltech Hub. And so actually they had a really big problem when releasing it, because the first version that they have released, it was like yesterday or 2 days ago, has actually removed all of the saved missions that people had created, right? So obviously if they were just a user that is downloading them, then it wasn't much of a problem, they can download it again. But if it was like a creator of missions and like this person had lots and lots of like unfinished missions, then they will all gone, For me, I was lucky because I didn't have time to download it when it was very new, so I already got the corrected version of it, and I was able like to save my missions this way. Yeah, this terrain is great here. Yeah, but this must have been really sad, especially if people were like working for hours on their missions, right? And they might have lost everything. Okay. Let me make sure that we are... Yeah, this view is just great. This is why I wanted like an area that also has some greens, right? Because like Tokyo was amazing when I was like looking at it after the patch. But like sadly it was only asphalt, buildings, water, so this was a little bit boring for me. Oh nice, the sound coming through. Yeah, I really like this update. I think I will do like much more content in Japan, but I will try for it not to be all like helicopter based, because I know like many people are not into helicopters. So I will see what ideas I can come up with. Okay, and this is already this like prefecture heliport here. Not sure what they are really using it for, like the prefecture, I guess. It's like just the local office, like the local government, right? And they seem to have like this heliport here. So I decided to use it. Yeah, some great views coming in for the landing. Just the buildings are pretty generic, right? They are looking like residential buildings pretty much. And not airport buildings, but I mean, we cannot expect too much, right? We're already getting all of this amazing stuff. Okay, now we need this excessive rudder input, which is always like a thing in the Alouette. So I'm dancing on the like anti-torque pedals now. Okay, nice. And we have a touchdown. So now we have to taxi. Click, click. Am I clicking? No. Click, click. We don't need the landing lights anymore. Anything that we also don't need? No. So this is like the beacon lights, navigation lights, gyro compass. So the rest can stay. Okay, outside view. Yeah, I don't know. There's just something about this helicopter that like feels amazing for me. Yeah, I just like ugly stuff. Okay, let me just make sure that everything is fine. This one should be centered, right? This is okay, because I do feel kind of something blocking, maybe because it's like we are going up hills. So let me make sure that everything is fine. Are we driving? Yeah, kind of uphill. Okay. Okay. So let's go there. Okay. We can get a little bit slower. As you can see, it's like I mean, it is an airport in the sim, right? Just marked as an airport, but we don't even get those airport textures here. But I still decided to use it because like the environment, all of those trees, mountains, and so are just so beautiful. So I just decided that we can roll with it. And here even like this lettering with the name of the airport, right? It's visible. Okay. Let's not flip. Okay, I guess we can move ahead a little bit more. Slowly. Okay. Now we can move this. Okay. So we don't need the navigation lights, we don't need the gyro compass, we don't need the lights. Not the instruments, not the generator anymore. And we can just turn down the fuel flow. This should go down. Cool. Okay. Okay, I can make it a little bit louder so you can hear some of the engine sounds. Okay. And we can also turn off the booster pump and the starter. And we get like the ending narrative. And as can be expected, the next mission will be like a proper firefighting mission on a timer, right? So when it comes to Kyoto, it's like this second city like bordering with Osaka, and there's like lots and lots of wooden temples, right? So we will also take a look at those. And also Kyoto is like done in photogrammetry. It's also one of the newer cities, so you will see it. When it comes to firefighting in this helicopter, okay, so here we have like this attachment for the Bambi bucket, and there is actually like full mechanics for the bucket. Here you can see the Bambi bucket, and then you can also, there are also controls for filling it with water, releasing it and stuff. So we will take a look how this works and how it will work together with the Miltech Hub in the next mission. I hope that they will fix this bug with those cut descriptions till the next mission comes. Okay, so let's do the rotor brake. Yeah, I don't know. I just like looking at Okay, before we finish, what I promised you is the changelog, okay, for the Miltech Mission Hub. So there's some interesting stuff for users, but also for creators, okay? So stop text boxes from triggering keybinds. This is awesome. So because before you can only create before and now you can only create a mission when you are already loaded up into the sim. So before, when you were creating a mission and were typing in like a description into a text field, it was triggering all of the keybinds that you have clicked, right? So if you're writing G, but G was the gear, then it was like moving down in the plane where you were at this time, right? So, but now what you're writing into those text fields, it's not influencing like the plane, right? So it's much more convenient. Time and date can now be set to live, which is great. But this was also the case, right? Before you could also load in the night and with rain, for example, but then you could manually change it in the mission, right? Once you have started running the mission. So just like a small convenience change for me. This is great. Objectives no longer also have now also have an activated event. Okay, so this makes it much easier to create those missions because you can group everything that influences an objective and that results from an objective close to the objective, right? Hard to understand if you are not creating missions, but this is just amazing and makes the work much faster. But this was also what was like confusing me because I was used to the old way, so I've done a lot of mistakes, right? Other interesting stuff, there is like a fixed objective that is a roadside accident, which is awesome, but I wasn't using it before. because it was bugged and like moving around. So the crashed cars were just dancing around the map, which looked really awkward. So it's great that they have fixed it. Right? And the last stuff that I think is interesting is that they have added to the pack 13 new missions from the for the MH60 and a lot of community-made missions. So I have seen on the Miltech Discord, they have written like the creators of those missions that are uploaded on the Discord, if they can use them, right? And obviously everybody agreed, right? So now you have those great community-created missions in the pack. That saying, just to repeat, you can also get missions from the Miltech Discord. There is a special channel, and from Flight Sim.to, right? So nowadays there is like a lot of sources where you can get those from. When it comes to this mission here and to this like campaign that I'm planning, I will probably upload it to Flight Sim.to, but I still need to do like a lot of corrections and stuff. And I also want to wait for the bug to go away, because I'm always working with longer descriptions. So it's just not looking great if you cannot see like the ending of the description. And with this, I'm just happy that you joined me for this small showcase of the Miltech Hub and of beautiful Japan. Just one additional important detail, because I have seen in discussions that many people don't know that you actually have to install those world updates. So even in 2024, where they are streamed, you won't get those Japan updates if you don't go to the marketplace, find the world update as a product and buy it like for zero money, right? So until this moment, you will just have the old Japan. Okay, so please remember it. Okay, beautiful. Okay, guys, see you in the next videos. Thank you very much for watching, and bye-bye.